What's good, guys? It's your boy DeMarcus J, and I'm back today with another video, and we'll be discussing a hypothetical scenario we may see a little later this offseason. This may finally be it. We may finally see Damian Lillard request a trade out of Portland. Dame has been one of the most loyal guys we have seen in this era of the NBA. He actually wanted to stay in Portland and win a championship. However, the front office has been atrocious, and they have not been able to put together a team that actually has ever had any real championship aspirations. I don't think anyone can blame Damian Lillard for wanting out at this point, and if he were to request a trade, I think we will all understand him wanting out of this current situation because he has done everything in his power, but he is only one man, and at the end of the day, this is a team sport, and they have did a terrible job in finding Lillard a good supporting cast. The best player in his tenure has probably been CJ McCollum, and no disrespect to him, but a team with two undersized guards and no real post presence was never going to make it far. I think Dame being traded is a super realistic possibility this year due to the fact that he has basically came out and said he wants Portland to trade their current number 3 pick to get a contending piece. However, what piece realistically could they get with this pick that will actually move the needle? I've seen a few trade ideas, but I don't think any of them actually make this team a real contender. The most recent one I've seen is for a Pascal Siakam, but does Siakam make Portland that much better? I don't think so, personally at least. I think Portland is closer to a rebuild than competing for a championship. I think they should get with Dame and see where he wouldn't mind getting traded to, and they need to make it happen and start thinking about the future. They have great young pieces, including Shaedon Sharpe, who we saw flashes from last season, as well as Anthony Simons, who is also another great young guard, who has shown what he could do over the past 2 seasons. Neither one of these guys are ready to make that next jump to an all-star level just yet, which is what I think Portland would need to compete right now. I think they should take the number 3 pick, keep it, and aim for Brandon Miller, or hope that Scoot Henderson falls to them. I honestly think this would be the best for the organization. I feel like trading the pick for a Pascal Siakam level player would not move the needle enough for the team to compete. The other reason why I think this is a legit possibility is because this is the first time we have actually heard Dame entertaining the idea, like in a recent interview he said,
everybody keeps saying Damian Lillard is going to be traded to the Knicks. Damian Lillard's going to be traded to the Heat. Damian Lillard should be traded to the Celtics. Damian Lillard's going to be traded to the Nets. If one of those trades went through out of those teams, which one would you be like, that's not too bad?
Miami, obviously. Miami is the obvious one. And Bam is my dog. Bam is my dog for real. But I mean, I think Miami the obvious one. Brooklyn is obvious one. Is another obvious one because Mikal Bridges is my dog too. So I mean, and both are capable.
He said he would not mind going to Miami with Bam, who is his guy, but he also later said in another interview that if the Heat were to win an NBA championship this year, he would of course not go there, being sure we don't confuse him with a guy who runs from the grind. I honestly have been saying that the Heat are one player away from actually being a legit contender. Imagine Dame on this current Heat team. I think we could legitimately see this Miami team holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy. Currently, Jimmy Butler is the best player on the team, and we have seen him show the ability to be able to carry a team to the finals, but he has not been able to have enough to get over that hump. This would be my favorite landing spot for him personally, but there are 3 other teams that I will briefly speak about as well, and one of them is the Boston Celtics, which Dame has already basically ruled out as they would essentially be a super team. This taking into consideration that they do not have to move Jaylen Brown to acquire him. Dame has made it clear that he does not want to join a super team, which most NBA fans respect, and I think we can all say that the Celtics would be favored to win the next 2 to 3 championships if this were to happen. The next team, I think, which has a more realistic chance to land Lillard, is the Brooklyn Nets. I think this will give them that big marketability, and the Nets actually have a lot of trade assets from their recent superstar trades. I also think that this would not be an overpowered team. I can only see this team being a middle of the pack team in the East, finishing 4-5 in the standings. I, however, don't think this would put them ahead of those East powerhouses right now, that including Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, depending on how their offseason plays out. I think they will put them in that next tier, them being neck and neck with probably the Cleveland Cavaliers. I do think this would make the East even more competitive, and we would for sure be in for some great playoff series. The last team is one that is pictured in the thumbnail, which I do think is a long shot, but Dame going to the Phoenix Suns would be insane. It would give me the same vibes from the Brooklyn Nets when they acquired Harden. However, I think with the right role player, this team would be extremely hard to beat in a 7-game series. The Suns lack depth, so that is something that they need to address. As we saw, that was their biggest issue in the playoffs, but the Suns, with basically just KD and Devin Booker, had won 2 games off the Denver Nuggets, who are currently 2 games away from a championship. At the time of this video, defense would be my biggest concern, but like I said, they would need to bring in good group of role players. And with the huge contracts of KD, Booker, and Dame, it would be hard due to them being only able to afford vet minimum players and guys still on rookie contracts. Like I said, this is a long shot, but I like the idea, and I don't necessarily think it's out of the realm of possibilities with the Suns GM being in full win now mode, as they did fire Monty Williams earlier this summer, and they are now rumors where they are looking to trade or cut CP3. Which team would you like to see Damian Lillard end up on? Please let me know down below in the comment section. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. But other than that, guys, I am out. Be safe and see you guys next time.